Good morning, good morning, good morning. I've been getting a download of messages and I'm going to be obedient, But today I want to talk about faux, pseudo, fake, knockoff. I hope none of those are you as a Christian. Faux, F-A-U-X, pseudo, P-S-E-U-D-O. Knockoff, you know how to spell it. Hope, K-N-O-C-K-O-F-F. That's knockoffs. But all those lead you back to being fake. The definition, fake, not real, not authentic. And that's how so many of us live our lives. We call ourselves Christians and we go through the motions. And of course, you can raise your hand, hallelujah, go to church and do all the things Christians typically would do. But you don't read the word to know what else is required. You go to church and listen to your pastor on Sunday, and he can misspeak, or he can just get it wrong outright. But that's why you have to get into your word for yourself, know what it's telling you, not listening to another Christian tell you how to do it because they want to do what's easy for them, and so they might tell you something or interpret it that way because that's where they are in life. But we don't want to do that, because when you look at faux leather and you look at knockoffs and pseudo-Christians, I mean, it shouldn't go together, but unfortunately that's how our life is. We want to be popular based on what everybody else is doing that call themselves a Christian. Well, you can say no, God was real. He quoted scriptures, but he was not the best person in the world. That's why God kicked him out. So don't be like other Christians. It's an individual walk. You got to get in there and get that word for yourself. Walk the walk that God has told you to do based on what you've read in the word. And not worry about nobody else. We worry about what other people think. We try to impress other people. Ain't nothing wrong if you're just trying to throw on a different wig, you changing up your clothes. That's different. But to be authentic means you got to be the originator. You got to have what came from the originator. And Christ is the one who originated salvation. He's the one that went to the cross for you. That's 100. That's real. And so because of that, he took our place. All the pain and suffering he went through, because he knew that we couldn't have handled it. And even now we can't seem to handle it. Every time the going gets tough and the tough gets going, we want to resort to what everybody else is doing because this is what's making us feel better. We don't want to discipline ourselves to do what's right. We want to gossip. We want to do all kind of stuff. All that's in the word. And it's telling you what to do, what not to do. One of the things that we want God to be able to say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. And so because we try to be so like everybody else, we get to the end and God take that purse, that Christian Dior, and it says it on the outside, but when they get in the inside and he open it up and look to see what kind of life we've lived, I'm using this as an analogy, it's just going to say Dior. Y'all don't want him to do that. You want that Christian to be on there so that you can know that you've walked the walk that he said you should walk and you don't fold. Job didn't fold when the enemy came at him. He wasn't trying to be fake. It's a lot of things we don't understand. But keeping it 100, keeping it real, not being fake, not being, faux, not being pseudo, anything, that's the goal. We want to be authentically a Christian, someone that's following the footsteps of Christ, regardless of what society is doing, what Facebook is doing, what Instagram doing, TikTok, anything like that. That's not your guy. Get in that word, know it for yourself, so nobody will ever call you fake. But on top of that, when Christ looks into that bag, he gonna see that Christian inside of that because he sees your heart. That's just my 2 cents for change. Until next time, be blessed and have a fabulous day.